Hi everyone, welcome to On The Menu. So today I'm going to be showing you how I meal prep for my lunches. Now I am a 9 to 5 girly. I go to work 5 days a week, 9 to 5, and I have pretty much the same lunch every single day. If it's not soup with chicken, then it's chili con carne with chicken, then it's spag bowl with chicken. Everything always has chicken in it, or it's chicken, potatoes and veg. This week I'm going to be bringing chicken, potatoes and veg. I will be talking about calories, and so if that does trigger you or anything, please skip to another video of mine or watch a different video, because I want this to be a safe place for people. So I just want to show you guys that meal prepping for your lunches doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to be complicated, and doesn't have to take a long time either. I know that my mum does help me by pre-washing the chicken for me and preparing it, but you know, I would have done that as well. Okay, so let's see how I make my chicken. Right, we're gonna start off bright and early with some vegetables. So here I've got some carrots and green beans. We'll firstly wash these in some cold water just to remove any soil or any dirt. We're also going to be doing some potatoes in the oven today. So just going to pick them out. Some of them are already growing roots, so I'm going to be using those today. I think that should be enough. I just eyeball everything really, and then I weigh everything out during the week. So I'm just going to start off by scraping any of the roots out from the potatoes. I did buy this just on Friday, but the packaging wasn't clear enough, so I couldn't really see if I was buying nice potatoes or not. So we're just going to be scraping this off because I'm not going to be taking off the skin from the potatoes. We're going to keep as much nutrients on the potatoes as possible. I mean, look at this one. So I'm just going to do this, and then we're going to wash the potatoes as well. This is the chicken we're going to be using today. It's just some chicken breasts, and my mum's just going to wash this. Some people don't wash their chicken, some people do. We personally do wash our chicken. Here are the seasonings I'm going to be using. So we're going to be using Old Bay seasoning, a Maggi cube, jerk seasoning from Asda. I've never used this before, but we'll see what it's like. Garlic granules from Aldi, ground paprika from Lidl, and some mixed herbs. Now these all do kind of add up calories as well, but you know, it's not as bad as like ready-made sauces, or you know, I don't normally measure, I usually eyeball it all, but for you guys I'm going to measure it out. So I'm going to do half a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, then 1 Maggi cube, going to go in with 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, then half a teaspoon of ground paprika, going to go in with, I don't know, 3/4 of a teaspoon of jerk seasoning, then give that a little mix. Now, some of these seasonings, like the Old Bay and the jerk seasoning, already have salt in it, and also the Maggi cube as well. So I'm not going to be adding any more salt to this. Also, I forgot, we're going to be adding this vegetable seasoning as well, which is this one, which my mum has decanted. So we're going to take just 1/4 of a teaspoon of that into there. That is the chicken seasoning done. Right, so the chicken is prepared now, so I'm just going to crumble up the Maggi cube so then it just disperses better and mixes well with the chicken. Here is the chicken all washed up. Then this is about 1/4 cup of water into the chicken. So I've just estimated that the chicken seasoning is going to be about 36.28 calories. So we'll just round that up to 40 calories for the chicken seasoning. Okay, so the green beans have now been washed. We're just going to take off the heads and the ends of the green beans, where you can see they'll be like really hard to chew. So just going to be taking off that. And then there's also a bit of string as well that comes with the bean itself. And then we're just going to peel that off. Now it's not necessary to do that, but fine beans can be quite fibrous. This is what I've been taught to do, so I'm going to do it. The chicken is now on the stove. We're just going to let this cook. After about 5 minutes, you're going to turn down the heat to low and then add a lid on so all the juices can soak into the chicken, and just let it cook. There we are. All the beans are now done. Ta-da! Now we're going to move on to the carrot. I've just weighed out 100 grams of baby plum tomatoes because I think it will add such nice richness to the chicken, so I'm going to add that in as well. So I'm going to wash these and then cut them in half and add it to the chicken. This will be around 20 calories extra. Next up to prepare are the carrots. So I'm just going to take off these ends. I'm going to leave the skin on as well, and they've been washed. And then I'm going to take this tool, and now this is my grandma's, but it's just a sharp edged crinkly cut tool. I don't know what you call it, but it's a tool that my mom's been using to cut the vegetables, and they look really nice, and I've been doing it as well. So just going to be cutting the carrots like so, and if you look at that, look how nice that is. There we are. How nice is that? So onto the potatoes. So they have been washed. Now I'm just gonna cut them so it's easier for me to use this tool with. So then it just looks like crinkle cut chips once I do cut them. So I'm just gonna cut it lengthways first. Then we're gonna take this tool. I'm gonna go this way. There, it looks like crinkle cut chips. How cool is that? I'm going to submerge them in cold water whilst I cut the rest of these. Also, now that these are washed and prepared, they will just go on for a boil until they're cooked. I quite like them cooked through. Some people like it a little bit crunchy, but I like them to be cooked through. So for the potatoes, I'm going to be using this potato herb mix that we got from Greece ages and ages ago, so I'm going to be using that. And then I'm going to use this Bodrum pepper flakes, so pool biber. I'm going to be using some of that, and then some of the vegetable seasoning, again about a teaspoon of the herb mix. And then for the pepper flakes, 3/4 of a teaspoon. For the vegetable seasoning, I think half a teaspoon. Nah, 3/4 of a teaspoon of the vegetable seasoning. The potatoes have been drained, but I'm just gonna dry them with some paper towel. So it's time to add in the herbs and spices to the potato. Get every last bit in. mix it all in. I'm not going to be using any oil. This will just be a dry seasoning for the potatoes. I think I used about 5 medium potatoes, and the seasonings come to about 10 calories. There we are, that's them fully coated. Let's get them ready for the oven. I'm gonna line this basket tray with some parchment paper. Now I might have to do this in 2 batches just so I can get them singularly. Now if you see this water, it is from the potatoes, it's not oil. So we're just going to be using this tabletop oven because it's got an air fry setting on it, so just going to be using that today. I'm going to tuck this in. So we're quite new to using air fryers and stuff, so we didn't really know what we're supposed to do, but parchment paper is a real annoyance, but yeah, because it just flies everywhere. So we're gonna put that on. Then I'm gonna put it on the chip setting. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna turn it on first. Chips. It's on the air fry set. Start. See you guys in a bit. We're gonna go for 25 minutes, but it'll probably be done earlier than that. We're just gonna keep an eye on it. Let's have a look at the chicken. Oh, look at all those juices. That sauce is gonna be great with the potatoes and the veg. We're just gonna let this reduce this down a little bit more. So we'll let it cook for about 40 minutes. So I was just upstairs cleaning my room. I totally forgot about these and I was like, oh, what's that nice smell? They're extra crispy now. So let's take them out and give them a little shuffle. Right, so I've just been told off, so I'm gonna lower the temperature of this to 180 and then give it another 5 minutes. Let's take these out. Then we're just gonna take this, I'm gonna put it on a cooler rack. From this to this. Okay, goodbye, have a nice life. Nice and crispy on the outside and soft in the middle. So these are now cold, so I'm just gonna measure out what I'm gonna have for tomorrow. I always measure out day by day rather than doing it for the whole week, just because I've just got 1 glass container. So I'm gonna do 100 grams of potatoes. Don't worry guys, my hands are clean and I'm gonna be the one eating this, so yeah. Okay, that's 100 grams of potatoes ready and portioned out. Then I'm gonna put the rest in here. We've got the chicken, which has been shredded, and then we've got the boiled veg, and then the sauce from the chicken as well. Why did I say sauce like that? And the sauce from the chicken. So that's been shredded. It's going to be placed into a container for the rest of the week. And earlier I already measured out the potatoes, which you would have seen. So I've just reset the scale to 0. And then we're going to add in 200 grams of the chicken breast with also 2 tablespoons of the sauce. So I've just put in 2 tablespoons of the sauce, and then I'm going to put on another layer of the chicken. Right, now I'm going to measure out the veg. Let's turn this back to 0. Let's do 100 grams of veg combined, so 50 grams of fine beans and then 50 grams of carrots. There we are. There's 100 grams of veg. This will be the lunch for my week. Everything just goes in the fridge. and then I will continue to repack this every single day of the week. So I've estimated this meal comes in around 500 calories with around 65 grams of protein. Okay guys, here is the food heated to within an inch of its life. I've just heated it up in the microwave and it's steaming hot. So I'm gonna dig in now. I am so hungry. I've also got a hot water, which I really like having with my lunch. It helps with digestion and stuff. So yeah, I've got hot water. And I also have a snack as well. So I also have, what's it called? Snacker Jacks or some sort of low-calorie crisp option. And I also have a lot of fruit as well. So here is the chicken. And some veg. I will say, adjust the seasoning to how you like it. You don't have to use the same seasonings as me. Do whatever you guys like. It's up to you guys. I like to mix mine all the time. Use less or more and adjust with salt and pepper to taste. Right, so I'm gonna dig in and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more from me.